Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss how to start your own poultry farm. India eats over 140 billion eggs and 4.5 million tons of chicken every single year, and we grow almost all it ourselves. Now the bigger number. This industry worth roughly 2.6 lakh crore rupees today is projected to nearly triple to over 8 lakh crore rupees by 2034. That is not the guess, that's a 13.8 compound annual growth rate backed by the industry data. The question isn't that is poultry farming is profitable. The question is that are you going to start your own farm? So let's break down exactly how to do it. What is the real numbers? First is pick your lane. There are several ways to make money in poultry, and most beginners pick the wrong one to start. First is broiler farming, raising chicken for the meat, and gives your cash back to you just in 35 to 45 days for one cycle. That's one of the fastest turnaround in Indian agriculture, and there's no doubt about it. Second is layer farming. Layer farming means egg production. Takes longer to set up, but one hen can lay you over 250 to 300 eggs minimum a year, giving you a steady monthly income instead of one big payout. If you are starting out, broiler are your entry point. Faster learning and faster cash flow. Now let's talk about the number, because this is where most people get it wrong. For 1000 broiler chicks, expect to invest somewhere between 3.5 to 4 lakh rupees. That covers your shade, your equipments, chicks, and your first feed cycle. Now here's the important point. Feed is 60 to 70% of your total cost. Not the shade, not the chicks, not the feed. A single bird in broiler farming eats about 3.5 to 4 kg of your feed across its 35 to 40 days life at roughly around 28 to 35 per kg. On the revenue side, each bird sales of around 150 to 200 days in the normal time at the market weight of 2 to 2.5 kg. For 1000 birds, that's 1.5 to 3 lakh rupees per cycle. Net profit margin, if everything goes smoothly, after every expenses, it's around 10 to 30%. And because your cycle is just a 6 week, you're not making this money once a year. You can run 4 to 6 cycles annually. It depends on the circumstances of your state, where you're living, and what you are facing. You don't need acres to start. The rule of thumb is 1 to 1.5 square feet per bird according to the government. That means 1 acre of the land can comfortably house 8,000 to 12,000 broilers. Where you build matters as much as what you build. South Indian states like Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Tamil Nadu isn't just an accident on the poultry map. Andhra Pradesh alone produces 20% of total India's egg. Add Tamil Nadu and Telangana, these three states account for nearly half of the country's egg output. That where the feed millers, hatcheries, and buyers already exist, meaning lower cost and easier selling. Now, the government will pay part of your bills. Here's the most videos skip that part. Indian government subsidies are there for you. Under the National Livestock Mission, you can get up to 50% of your total project cost covered, capped at 25 lakh rupees, specifically setting up your farms, hatcheries, and brooder units. Combine that with the cold chain support under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Sampada Yojana, and your starting capital requirement drops significantly. There's a model most beginners don't know about. It's contact farming or integration models. Most of the companies provide you the chicks, the feed, and technical guidance. You provide land and labor and get paid a fixed rate per bird. It lowers the risk, lower profit, but how thousands of first-timer farmers in Tamil Nadu and Maharashtra are learning the business, company absorbing the market risk, not them. But the main part is what actually killing the profit. If we classify it technically, not politically, 3 things destroys poultry businesses in India, and almost never a bad luck. Number 1 is mortality. Even a 3 to 5% drop in the birds due to death can swing your annual profit dramatically. Vaccination and biosecurity are not optional. They are your margin. Second is feed conversion or FCR. Industry's leading broiler convert feed to body weight at roughly 1.6 to 1. That's the number to track weekly, not at the end of the first or second cycle. Number 3 is temperature. In India, a poorly insulated shades in summer wreck growth rates. This is why insulated panel channels, despite costing more upfront, are becoming a standard operating practice for the farmers. They protect one input that already eating your 70% budget, your feed. So here's the real picture. India is one of the top poultry producers on the earth. It's a market growing double digit a year and with a 5 to 6 weeks cash cycle, government subsidies covering half of your setup cost, and demand that keeps climbing as income rises. The barrier to entry is not the money, it's information, and you now have the numbers that most people starting out don't. Start small, track everything, scale with data and no guesswork. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.